pick a hole in the speaker, unpull the plug, then I jet back to the lab like they did it again. The hooligans are taking over. Look at the new slogan, keep on making me hot, and soon the roof's open. The proof is in the potion, the juices are flowing. It's all good when we toasting like 2 cups of Moet. We can take a cruise to the ocean. You can sleep but you'll lose if you snooze. Then I step out the jam. I have to make a move like they did it again, they did it again. Hooligans stand tall, they stand tall, they stand tall. Hooligans stand tall, they stand tall, they stand tall. We stand tall like a bunch of hooligans, and we came here to win. Gotta make the people understand. We came here to win, and we stand tall. I have to make a move like come on, 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 come on. Hooligans stand tall, they stand tall, they stand tall. Hooligans stand tall, they stand tall, they stand tall. So here's a show for all you innocent bystanders. I'm in a jam like Fred Sanford, while you act like Pamela Anderson. They hit you with the 1-2, and we can make you jump, but we can.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. And then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting off with this breaking news here. 2 National Guard troops have been shot near the White House in Washington, D.C. They do have a suspect in custody, but there's not a whole lot of details. This just happened like within the last hour or so, so we're going to go ahead and cover that. Also, I posted pictures of the supposed suspect in Discord as well as jeffmaclive.com. I can't show it on the live because he's been stripped down to his unders, and there's an ambulance, and YouTube has weird community guidelines about medical procedures and shit. So if you want to see the supposed suspect, as it is this guy right now, go join Discord. It's free, or go on to jeffmaclive.com, get yourself a paid membership, and you can see the image there. Either way, then we got video titled U.S. Ready to Cut Support to Scouts, accusing them of attacking boy-friendly spaces. I don't know. I haven't heard anything good about the Boy Scouts in a long time, so this may be the right choice here. Then we got video titled Georgia 2020 election fraud charges against President Trump has been dropped, and that wraps up all of his pending cases he had against him. Then we got video titled ICE arrests woman with family ties to the White House press secretary Karoline Leavitt. The Democrats love this nonsense, even though they're like barely related. Then we got our midlife break or funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Who Through, and it's titled It's Magnificent. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled What is an Illegal Order? Governors Speak Out Against President Trump's Unlawful Order to the Military. This is obviously a follow-up video for the Democrats making that video telling the troops to not follow illegal orders, sort of suggesting that President Trump's orders are illegal. Then we got video, an interesting video. It's titled Campbell's soup exec called products food for poor people, which isn't really the big deal. News Nation's covering this video, and they do it like shit. The big problem is that this executive is saying that the meat in the Campbell's food is 3D printed meat, and that's a big deal to most of us. But Of course, they're not highlighting that. Then we got video titled "Police Uncover a Dark Secret About Missing High School Coach in Virginia." They're saying that he had inappropriate child content on his devices. He's on the run right now. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is lefties losing it, and today it's titled "DEI Police Chief Doesn't Know Illegal Immigration is Illegal." Then getting into the fun stuff, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Obnoxious Scott, and it's titled "Bigfoot Reaper." And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled "Infinite Money Glitch." All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Zero? And what's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Beck Frank, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Beck Frank. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Stoner? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, MU? What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom. Make sure we get everybody here. The best of my ability. Scrolling. I think we got everybody. You guys make sure you hit that like button. Did you guys know I was a Boy Scout? I was a Boy Scout for like 12 years or some shit like that. We're not going to talk about that. Either way, what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. Happy freedom to you. Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. It is dead on YouTube. I wonder what the fuck that's about. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, getting into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first little clip here. There's not a whole lot of details. It's breaking right now, so every moment more details are coming out. Now, in this video, they're going to say that they don't know what happened to the two National Guard troops that have been shot. When I saw this, there was one dead. Now I'm seeing in the chat that both of them died. I can't confirm any of that because I haven't been able to look up any more news because I've been putting the live together, but it seems like both of them have died. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, I'm going to be posting Alistair's links in the chat as well as the merch store, which is brand new items, brand new everything. Check out both those links. You'll see them in the chat. Let's get this rolling.
Yeah, guys, good afternoon. We are about one block west of the White House. This is the Eisenhower building, of course, just adjacent to the White House. We're a couple blocks south of Pennsylvania Avenue. If we can turn the camera up, you can see the scene just about a couple blocks north on 17th Street. This is just adjacent to Pennsylvania Avenue, where the apparent crime scene is taking place. Again, we're several blocks removed, but here's what we know. Shortly after about 2:30 this afternoon, we got word from White House Secret Service that two National Guard members had been shot. We don't know the condition of those federal agents right now, but again, those two National Guard members apparently shot in the 2 o'clock hour this afternoon, just west of the White House. You saw several Secret Service members rushing over to 17th Street, again, 1 block removed from the White House. A lot of emergency vehicles rushing up and down this road. We're only a few blocks removed from the National Mall. If we turn the camera, you can see emergency vehicles still coming up from the National Mall. You've got the Washington Monument there on the left-hand side. And unknown right now is there a suspect in custody? Is this person on the loose? But again, to just reiterate, 2 National Guard members have been shot near the White House. And of course, the National Guard in Washington, a big bone of contention for several months now, ever since President Trump put them on the streets here in D.C. back in August. The president and first lady, they're safe. They're down in Florida. They're spending the holiday, Thanksgiving, down at Mar-a-Lago. But again, and we have an emergency vehicle coming up right now. We're going to show you this. You've been seeing this scene for the last 30 minutes now. Emergency vehicles rushing up to an apparent scene about 2 blocks west of Lafayette Park. If you've ever been to the White House, you know you've got the White House just north, Lafayette Park. And then over here, this is the scene where a lot of reporters and folks walk into the White House each day. This is where we typically leave from. And now this has become a crime scene here in Washington, D.C. It was expected to be a pretty, well, not even normal day at the White House. You know, you've got the president down in Florida, not a lot of reporters at the White House today. But again, within the last hour, 2 National Guard members apparently shot. Their conditions unknown. This is a breaking news story. We're here to cover it right here on Newsmax.
Okay. So like I said, When I started the live, I was seeing reports that one of the National Guard was dead. The one who was shot, one of them who was shot. But now I'm seeing other people in the chat saying the second one has died too. Now they do supposedly have the suspect in custody. You never know if it's the actual suspect, because when the Charlie Kirk stuff happened, they found like 3 people before we got the one guy who's in jail. So this is their first suspect. We'll just call him that. I can't show you guys on the screen because they stripped him down to his unders, strapped him to a gurney, and then they're putting him inside of an ambulance in this photo. I can't show it because Twitch and YouTube's community guidelines are soft as baby shit. So if you want to see the post, you have to go to the news board over on Discord, which is free, or on jeffmaclive.com, whichever you prefer. But if you want to go see the current suspect as he was being arrested, you can go find that there. Plus, Who Through is staying up to date on this. I saw him posting all kinds of information regarding this National Guard being shot in the last hour in Washington, D.C. So definitely go join Discord. It's free. Either way, next up, U.S. ready to cut support to the Scouts, accusing them of attacking boy-friendly spaces. They're saying that they lost the meaning of their mission and they think it's time to cut ways with them. We'll see. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these 2 National Guard members being shot in D.C. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Get some. We're being rated. Oh, Glamour rated us. Thanks, Glamour. Thank you so much, Glamour, for that raid. I really appreciate it. I wish I had the Klaus Daniels here. We could have been dancing and jamming it up. I don't know where he is. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for the raid, Glamour. Really appreciate it. Hope you had a fantastic live. Welcome, Raiders. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Either way, reading through the chat, and like I said, we got the news coming up. Ghostly, I don't wear unders. Thank you for the announcement, Ghostly. Russell saying, showing off the unders. Oh, yeah, because I posted in the chat. You guys probably went and saw the suspect already. Clamor, where's my baby? He's all right. I don't know where he is. Napping. I just gave him a Go-Gurt, so, you know, he's got to nap it off. What's up, Crickleberry? Happy freedom. What's up, 8-Bit? Happy freedom to you. Happy freedom to you, Glamour. What's up, Grinches, bro? Happy freedom. You guys make sure you go follow Glamour. Let me put her link in the chat. I know you guys probably are already following her. Go do it again anyways. Follow. Bam. Go follow the Glamour. What's up, Barb? Happy freedom. What's up, Fitzy? Happy freedom to you. I'll have to go find this Klaus Daniels here in a second. What is your name? Fishy. Happy freedom. It's in the news board. If you go to the Discord on the panel, just find news. It's the only thing I've posted in the last 48 hours. So you'll see the post by me, but you'll also see everything Who3's been posting on the topic. What's up, Canna? Happy freedom. No, I haven't found anything out about the police. They won't answer the phone when I call, and they haven't called me since Sunday. And they haven't stopped by the house as far as I know, so I don't know what the police wanted last week. I have no idea. Russell, birthday suit? No, you can't guess what Rita's wearing yet. You got to wait till the end of the live. Ghostly, that's why Taco Bell's so risky, though? Mm-hmm. Life on hard mode. 10 Man, yeah, they're probably going to tune that guy up. What's up, Brian? Happy freedom. All right, I think we're good to go. We're going to move forward here. Like I said, U.S. ready to cut support to the Scouts, accusing them of attacking boy-friendly spaces. You guys trying to touch my boy-friendly spaces? Goodness. Sounds like you drive a Jeep if you use language like that. Also, this guy kind of looks like Woody Harrelson, I think his name is. Either way. Like I said, U.S. ready to cut support to the Scouts, accusing them of attacking my boy-friendly spaces. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Internal Pentagon memos obtained by NPR reveal that the Defense Department under Pete Hegseth is getting ready to sever all support to Scouting America, formerly known as the Boy Scouts of America. That would be the end of a century-long partnership. NPR has reviewed documents including a draft report to Congress from Secretary Hegseth that accuses Scouting America of attacking boy-friendly spaces and fostering gender confusion. The report explains DoD is stripping support for the Scout Jamboree next summer, arguing that the organization has strayed from its mission to cultivate masculine values. The move comes in the wake of recent changes, allowing girls to join and allowing gay Scout leaders. It also explains that with international conflicts and a tight budget, supporting this youth camping event would harm national security by diverting resources from border operations. Other memos show that this rift goes way beyond just the Jamboree. The Pentagon is no longer going to allow Scouts to meet on military bases, both in the U.S. and abroad. I've been talking with military families involved in Scouting, and they say this is a huge deal. They're asked to move a lot, and Scouting is one of the few things that allowed their kids to stay grounded. Beyond that, Scouting is rich territory for military recruiting. Up to a fifth of the students at West Point are Eagle Scouts, and Eagles who enlist get advanced rank. Under this plan, that stops as well. People we've talked to at Scouting America are concerned about what we're learning. They say the organization is not too woke, and that it continues to be one of the best places for American kids to learn outdoor skills and civics. When we reached out to the Pentagon, they said they will not comment on leaked documents that they cannot authenticate and that may be pre-decisional.
Okay. So like I said, I haven't heard anything good about Boy Scouts in a while. The last thing I heard was they were going to start letting girls join, and they were no longer calling themselves Boy Scouts because saying Boy Scout was racisms or something like that. I don't know. And after that, I stopped listening to anything related to the Boy Scouts. They're saying that Pete Hegseth and the Pentagon seems to be separating from the Boy Scouts, saying that the Scouts have strayed from their mission by attacking boy-friendly spaces and fostering gender confusion. They say that this is proven by no longer cultivating masculine values, letting girls join and allow gay Scout leaders. They're saying that the Scouts will no longer be able to meet at military bases. They also mentioned that a fifth of the students at West Point are Eagle Scouts. The Scouts claim that they are not too woke. Being woke at all is too much, but they say they're not too woke, and that they still have their values. Pentagon won't confirm any of this information. Do you hooligans agree with this, or do you think that this is a poor excuse to separate from the Scouts? Next up, Georgia 2020 election fraud charges against President Trump have been dropped. It's coming up next, and technically as a follow-up, we just covered a video last week or the week before saying that there was a new prosecutor on the case, and that either he was going to bring it or he was going to dismiss it, and it seems like he dismissed it. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about my boy-friendly spaces. Sub-Zero, happy freedom. 10-man, yeah, exactly. I can't even think of his name. I think I can't even say his name out loud, but yeah, this is what happened. This is why the Pentagon doesn't support the Boy Scouts anymore. They're not even called the Boy Scouts anymore. What about the Girl Scouts? Is the Girl Scout still a Girl Scout? Or are they just dress-wearing Scouts and not dress-wearing Scouts? How does this work? Guess, yep. They got that clown, picked him up. Ghostly, fuck the Scouts, filled with pedos and used as babysitters for single mothers. Yeah, it does seem that way. Like I said, I haven't heard anything good about the Boy Scouts in a long time. Russell, well, the Boy Scouts is letting girls in now. We always try to sneak in the Girl Scouts camp. I know, now it's just Scouts. Just all mixed together. Sir, I wanted to learn what the Boy Scouts learned when I was a kid, back when Boy Scouts were normal. Yeah, I was in Boy Scouts for a long time. Like when I started, I was a Tiger Scout, like a Cub Scout. You weren't even considered a part of the Boy Scouts. You had to do like 2 years of that. And then a Wolf Scout, and then a Bear Scout, and then you had to be a Weeblo for 2 years or some shit like that. There was a bunch of stuff I couldn't earn because being in the Boy Scouts, a lot of badges that you have to earn, require your father to be there. But I didn't really hang out with my dad till I was 15. So camping, bow and arrow, building fires, fishing, anything like that, I was never allowed to do it because the only option was to bring your dad, and I couldn't. So I couldn't participate. So I was just exempt from them badges because I had no way to access them, because you got to have a dad in order to do it. And so, yeah, that's how that went. But I was in Boy Scouts for a long time. I became an Eagle Scout. I walked over the bridge. I shook all the leaders' hands and all that. And I walked out the back door and went and rolled a joint and never came back. And that's how it went. But I made it to Eagle Scout, though. I mean, I don't know what good it's done me, but yeah, I did that. Something I accomplished in my life. Tell me, I was in Troop 3. I don't remember what troop I was in. I want to say I had more numbers than that, though. Zero, there is still Girl Scouts? Well, at least there's that. I think we covered a story saying that the Girl Scout cookies were unhealthy. They had something in them. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. Russell, you were the Order of the Arrow? I don't even know what that is. Sounds badass, though. What's up, Jack? Happy Freedom. Elder Zoomer, I taught the swimming merit badge. That's awesome. Yeah, I never hear about the Scouts anymore. 8-bit, can I be a lesbian in the Girl Scouts? I think so. I never tried joining the Girl Scouts. I probably could now that I'm a 36-year-old man. They probably would let me, you know, them bastards. Kevin, well, I'm glad she's doing good. Stoner, maybe you need to do something illegal to get the conversation started. Yeah, I'm worried that they're going to try and send me like a notice saying that I have to appear in court, or they're going to come here and try and arrest me and say that they put out a warrant for me because I wouldn't make contact after I tried to make contact for 8 days straight and they refused to answer the phone. I wish I just knew what the hell they wanted. Brian, I was in Cub Scouts 2 or 3 months and I quit. I guess our suburban chapter must have been lame. Nah, Boy Scouts was always lame. I don't know. I didn't have a choice. Like Ghostly was saying, I got dropped off, and that's where I was until I got picked up, and that was it. Jack, I promised Aquila that I would do my best. I was a scout, too. Aquila, I thought it was Bagheera or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But, yeah. To do my best, to do my duty, to guide my country, and to do some other shit that I can't remember because it's been 20-something years. What's up, Caw? Happy Freedom to you. Tony Rich was a Cub Scout for about a month. Conformity wasn't my thing. Conformity, yeah, Tony Rich. I like the Pinewood Derby. That was about the best part of being in the Boy Scouts. Caw, how come you're not using Rumble anymore? What's up, Brian L? Happy Freedom. What if they get caught eating brownies? I mean, I guess. I don't know. It seems like they don't have rules these days. As long as the brownie identifies as a Boy Scout, it's all good, I think. I think that's how it works. Guess I'm Eagle Scout. It's a big deal. Be proud of that. I mean, I've never told anybody but you guys that I even became an Eagle Scout. No one's even asked, you know? Ghostly Sports was better than Scouts. Played baseball for 9 years, soccer for 1, football for 5. More fun and learned how to work on a team, fit into society. Yeah, I played sports a little bit. Russell, Eagle Scout is something you can put on your resume. See, I should start doing that. I always worried about the criminal record part, but, you know, I'll start putting Eagle Scout down. Free the good text, and I do my best to do my duty to go look for that booty. That's right. That's right. You got to remember your oath. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, Georgia 2020 election fraud charges against President Trump have been dropped. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Get your booty up here, Klaus Daniels, or I'll never feed you again. You think. Yeah, well, you focus. You get your booty in, you need to clock in, you're late. All right, let's get into this. This is obviously a follow-up, and they're saying that this is the last of the pending charges against President Trump, so this wraps up all that nonsense that was been going on for the last couple of years. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
The new prosecutor in Georgia calling for an end to the criminal charges brought against President Trump in 2020. These were racketeering charges in the state of Georgia, and this would effectively end all of the pending criminal prosecutions against President Trump. This, of course, is a win for President Trump and for his team. We know that at one point this case was considered one of the most severe or serious cases against him, in particular because these were state criminal charges which would not be subject to a federal presidential pardon. So that was a very clear reason there. Now, according to this prosecutor who put this all in a filing, he said it is not illegal to question or challenge election results, essentially saying that this case should have never been brought in the state of Georgia. Instead, it should have been brought in the federal government, like we saw that 2020 case that Jack Smith brought against President Trump. Now, in addition to these reasons why he wanted the case dropped and the charges dropped, he also noted that it was impractical to charge a sitting president. The idea of potentially charging Trump again after he came out of office, this prosecutor said, didn't seem like that would happen.
Okay. So that wraps up things for President Trump. The Democrats failed trying to get him. It doesn't sound like it's going to be brought back. They didn't say specifically if it was dismissed with or without prejudice, but it seems that it's not going to get brought back. They're saying that it's not illegal to question or challenge an election results, and the case should have been thrown out, which it has been. Let's see. This, like I said, it ends all the pending cases against President Trump, so it really wraps that stuff up. I'm sure the blue team's real mad about that. Next up, ICE arrests woman with family ties to White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. We're just going to go ahead and hop right into this because that last one's a follow-up, and I mean, it was only going to go one of two directions. Either it was going to be more court or there wasn't. We already know it's bullshit, so we might as well just move along here. Like I said, ICE arrests a woman with family ties to the White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Now, it's not really those close of ties, but blue team's going to capitalize on this. They're going to say that it's, nonsense. The White House is always talking about going after illegals and stuff. And they're going to call Karoline Leavitt a hypocrite because her brother likes banging illegals. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with Karoline Leavitt. You can't blame my sister for the trouble that I cause. But blue team will be blue team. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Right now, the mother of White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt's nephew has been taken into Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody. A source confirming that to News 9 tonight. Now, Leavitt, of course, grew up here in New Hampshire. Much of her family still lives here. Our Ariel Metropolis spoke to Leavitt's brother tonight, the father of that boy, about this arrest. She joins us here in studio live now. Ariel.
Steve, we spent almost half an hour with Michael Leavitt and his young family on their front steps tonight. He didn't want to go on camera because he says he's concerned about his son's privacy, but he says he simply wants the best for him.
The brother of White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt says he's most concerned about his son's safety and well-being after he confirms his son's mother is in ICE custody. Photos published on a GoFundMe site show Michael Leavitt's former partner, Bruno Ferreira, a source confirming she was taken into ICE custody in Revere, Massachusetts. DHS saying she's being held at an ICE facility in Louisiana. Michael Leavitt spoke to WMUR off camera on his front porch tonight, telling us that his son has lived with him since he was born, but Ferreira has maintained a relationship with the boy. According to DHS, Ferreira overstayed her visa by 26 years and has a previous arrest for battery. But Ferreira's attorney, Todd Pomerleau, insists that she came here legally from Brazil under DACA and is in the process of getting her green card.
Bruna has no criminal record whatsoever. I don't know where that is coming from. Show us the proof. There's no charges out there. She's not a criminal illegal alien. We're hearing that said about basically anyone who's not a U.S. citizen.
Pomerleau says Ferreira is a good mother, agreeing with that same sentiment from Michael Leavitt that this boy shouldn't be caught in the middle.
And his mom is locked up sitting in Louisiana where she should have never been in the first place.
Now, Ferreira's attorney also says that they're going to continue to fight to get her out of custody. We were also in touch with Press Secretary Leavitt tonight. She declined to comment. Live in the studio, Ariel Metropolis, WMUR, News 9.
Okay. So like I said, they're not really that close in ties as far as being family members, but blue team's going to capitalize on it because they want the ability to call Karoline Leavitt a hypocrite. Blue team hates Karoline Leavitt. They hate that she's pretty. They hate that she's smart. They hate that she answers the questions instead of does, I can't even think what it's called. Instead of spinning the stories or saying we'll come back to that and then never do. They hate her. And then people like MAGA and stuff like Karoline Leavitt, and they're always talking about how it's such a breath of fresh air compared to KJP. I've seen that comment a billion times, and they hate that. They hate hearing that. They think that's like racism to say that kind of stuff. So now that this has come out and Karoline Leavitt's brother likes banging illegals, somehow that's Karoline Leavitt's fault and she's a hypocrite. So that's, you're going to see that for the next couple weeks until that cools off. But either way, they're saying that ICE arrested an illegal, which isn't breaking news. That's their job. They discovered that it's Karoline Leavitt's nephew's mother. The illegal is no longer in a relationship with Karoline's brother and has not spoken to Karoline specifically for many years. The illegal is currently in an ICE detention center in Louisiana. She's been here illegally since 1999. But they claim that she came here legally through DACA and that she's trying to obtain legal status. They say that she has no criminal record, but in another video that I was potentially going to put on the schedule, they're saying that she was arrested in the past for assault and battery. So that's a conflict that's going on right now. Some people are saying she has a prior with assault and battery. Others are saying she has no criminal record. They keep saying she's not a criminal, but again, if you're here illegally, you're breaking the law. That makes it criminal activity. So I don't know, but either way, that's a thing that's happening. Blue Team's going to take advantage of that for the next week or two. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Who Through, and it's titled It's Magnificent. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about ICE arresting this illegal and having ties to Karoline Leavitt. What's up, Obnoxious Scott? Happy freedom to you. Happy pre-turkey day to you. Ghostly Leavitt's a mouthpiece for the Fed, and I'm no fan of the Fed. Yeah. I feel bad that she thinks that it's necessary to get Botox injections in her forehead. Like, she's 29 or something right now. It's like, I wish that wasn't a thing. She's going to look crazy by the time she's in her 40s. If she's already starting to put injections in her face, I don't know. That's how I feel when I see Don Jr.'s wife. I'm like, oh, man, somebody should have told her 20 years ago to stop doing that shit. And, well, now she looks like she has a mask on, but that's her face. I don't know. People would be mad at me if they want to, but I'd rather be ugly with the face that God gave me than put injections in my face and strut around like I really did something. Plus, I ain't got extra money for that shit. It's a waste of money to me. Ghostly. I'd have called ICE myself if a family member was banging illegal. That's right. Banging the other side there. Can't be friends with the enemy. Guess I'm sorry, but she had a lot of time to become legal. Rules must be the same for all. Yeah. I mean, would they say she had 21 years or something like that, or 26 years to get legal status? I know it takes a long time and it takes a lot of money and a bunch of patience and all of that, but not 26 years. I wonder what they're going to do with the kid. Are they going to send the kid back with mom, or are they going to give it to Karoline's brother? Guess Botox is an addiction for many women with low self-esteem. I know. When I was younger, they used to worry about women throwing up their food and shit. Now they're putting Botox in their face and taking Ozempic. Thank you so much, Obnoxious Scott, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Scott. Thank you so much for the support. Dang. Moving up in the world. You're awesome. We're making our way. I lowered the number back to 100 because I realized we had a bunch of gifted subs, but we are working towards the Scorpion Jerky. We need 100 hooligans over on Rumble, and it is the hottest that Australia has to offer here. I don't know how much of it we could eat. I couldn't eat this whole thing. I know that. But the Scorpion Strike here, we're working up to it. We need 100 hooligans over on Rumble. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rester Lee? Happy freedom to you. What's up, 1776? Happy freedom to you. Free the Texan, we hated KGP and the other. And talking about Jim Balsacki, I miss making fun of them, but I don't miss having to listen to them. Jack, I can't imagine a single Democrat who would be able to stand up to the scrutiny that Trump has withstood for the last 2 decades, not even for a week. No, and they keep trying to dig into his past to find stuff he's done wrong, and they've never been able to find, anything he's done wrong. Even like the fraud case or whatever, and they try to get him with 34 counts of felonies. Those were all loans he paid back. And the people who he loaned the money from, they said that he was a good customer, right? So it's like they have to make up things to say he's done wrong. I don't know anybody that's as clean as President Trump. Thank you so much, Guessum, for that $20 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Guessum. Thank you so much for the support. Says, towards a wonderful Thanksgiving for Klaus and you. Thank you, Guessum. I really appreciate it. What's up, Turbo? Happy Freedom. Turbo, I can't read that out loud. It's not Saturday. What's up, Meg B? Happy Freedom to you. It's weird that huge lips and fake eyelashes are a trend. I mean, people like it, but I just think that it goes overboard. I've seen women, when they're attacking each other, they have something that they're now calling blindness. So if they shave their eyebrows off and then draw them on and it looks like ICP and shit, they'll say that's eyebrow blindness. And it's kind of funny because it's like women discovering that other women are being hit with propaganda and they're attacking each other's appearance over it. Like, who fell for what propaganda? Do you need 30 pounds of makeup? Do you need Botox? Do you need tattooed eyebrows? Do you need to glue fake eyelashes onto your face? Do you need Ozempic? Like, all kinds of shit. These weird things that they push on their skin to sculpt their face and push the Botox around that's become lost from the injection point. It's like, why? Why? The propaganda is so effective, and I hate it. Like, I hate it. I think women are prettiest when they just woke up. They smell like shit. They're wearing their pajamas. Their hair's all piled on top of their head, and they got big old raccoon eyes. That's when they're the prettiest. I don't understand all that fake ass shit. Just give it up. You shave your head and still be beautiful. So it's like I don't know. Man has never made anything as beautiful as what God has made. So I don't understand all of that stuff. Obnoxious Scott. Oh, yeah, that's one of our funny videos of the day. It is the one before the official funny video of the day. Yep, it's a good video, Scott. Guess there's an easier way to get smooth skin, but FDA has not approved me yet. Guess I know. We have to remind them every time they tell us their throat hurts. That's the way it goes. Ghostly, some fat from a dead person injected into their ass. Yeah, which, I don't know. I wish those services weren't available. Oh, much love to you, Barb. Turbo, I wish it was Saturday already. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Klaus and the Hooligans. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Turbo. What are you guys cooking for tomorrow? That's what I've been meaning to ask you. It keeps slipping my mind. I'm going to make stuffing. I don't know what else I'm going to make, but I know I'm going to make stuffing. I might make some green beans. I don't feel like cooking a whole turkey, so I might have to just find a turkey sandwich from the gas station or something. Just, be festive. But what are you guys cooking for Thanksgiving tomorrow? What's up, Hazard? Happy Freedom. Hold on. I think we got something going on here. Thank you so much, Russell, for that $25 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Russell. Thank you so much. Says, happy tea giving. I cannot let Guess Some get ahead. That's right, Russell. Thank you so much for the support, and happy Thanksgiving to you. We are going to be live tomorrow, by the way. And I think we're just going to watch a ton of funny videos. That's what I'm kind of planning. I'm looking for Turkey Day videos, but it doesn't have to be Turkey Day videos. But I think we're just going to watch a ton of funny videos tomorrow because nobody wants to cover the news and stuff. We don't want to hear about the bad stuff on Thanksgiving. Barb, all the fake lashes and stuff is a waste. It is. It's not good for you. It's a waste of money. Stoner, it isn't stuffing if it isn't cooked in the butt. Klaus Daniels. I'm going to need your booty for a little bit, Klaus Daniels. I need this to be authentic stuffing. Too old to care. My contribution is deviled eggs. I'm not a huge fan of deviled eggs, but I know that is a fan favorite. I know a lot of people that love deviled eggs. What are you doing? Well, you need to chill out. You know that? No, I'm not sure. What? You're co-hosting today? Goodness. Say hello. Say hello to everyone. Yes, give him the slow blinks. He's trying to discover everything on the desk. Go on. Goodness, big old dragon cat, you know? I am the father of a dragon. Kevin, it's just Thursday here tomorrow. Well, you can come hang out with us. We're going to be live doing the thing. And then it's not just Thursday. We're all having Thanksgiving together. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys cooking the stuffing in the butt, though. Stoner Klaus heard butt stuff. Yeah, he's not real fond of that. What's up, Rappy? Happy Freedom. Free the Texan, you don't like that Rumble joined up with Dr. Disrespect? That actually happened a while ago. I think it happened before summertime. But yeah, I didn't think that was that great of a situation either. But it seems a lot of people forgot what Dr. Disrespect was in trouble for. He still gets 20,000 viewers every time he goes live on YouTube. A lot of people followed him over on Rumble. He's got deals with Rumble because Rumble is constantly promoting him. He's the big face of gaming, but I think they should make a Cat Dog or somebody like that instead. But yeah, no, I understand why you feel that way. Free the Texan. It's okay, Walt. Happy Freedom. What's up, Too Real? Happy Freedom to you. And what's up, Nick? Happy Freedom. Get yourself a ham and you could throw it in the slow cooker. I don't eat ham. I don't eat anything pork. Just bacon. Just bacon. As in, I'm an American. I can't help it. But I don't eat any other kind of ham. I cooked a roast yesterday, and today I'm gonna have roast sliders, which I'm pretty excited about. I got it warming up in the slow cooker right now. We'll see what we're going to make tomorrow, but I know I'm making stuffing. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, next up, we got our midlife break, and it was provided by Who Through today. Come on. Hold up. Yes, it's going to be good stuff. Now, real quick, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, come to Rumble, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Getting into our midlife break here. Like I said, this was provided by Who Through, and this is titled, It's Magnificent.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Now, before I take this off the screen, I want you guys to realize those are dinosaur nuggets. Those are the dino nugs in the mashed potatoes there. It's magnificent. Good stuff. Getting back into the news here. Next up, we got what is an illegal order? This is talking about the FBI. They're not just going after Mark, I think his name is Senator Mark, or Senator Kelly, somebody, I don't know, Mark Kelly. We covered that yesterday. The Navy's going after him, but apparently the FBI, they want to talk to each of these Democrats that were involved in this video. If YouTube would fucking load here, come on, man. Do the thing. Comments to the left, comments to the right. I'm waiting on them all damn day. Anyways, like I was trying to say, the FBI is trying to look into each of these Democrats that made that sedition video. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
The FBI wants to speak with each of the 6 congressional Democrats who made a video saying military members should not follow illegal orders. The video sparked immediate backlash with President Trump, calling it seditious behavior. The lawmakers now accuse the president of using the FBI as a scare tactic to silence them. Bradley Blackburn has more.
This video featuring 6 Democratic lawmakers telling service members not to follow unlawful orders has sparked controversy and now an FBI inquiry.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Multiple sources tell CBS News the FBI has reached out to congressional leaders about interviewing each of the lawmakers, all military or intelligence community veterans. The FBI and Justice Department have declined to comment. President Trump criticized the video in a slew of social media posts, including one labeling it seditious behavior punishable by death. The lawmakers say they've since received thousands of death threats. The White House is calling for accountability.
You can't have a functioning military if there is disorder and chaos within the ranks, and that's what these Democrat members were encouraging.
One of the Democrats in the video, Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin, slammed the FBI inquiry as a scare tactic.
The president's reaction and the use of the FBI against us is exactly why we made the video. He believes in using the federal government against his perceived adversaries.
The Pentagon has also launched a separate probe into another Democrat in the video, former astronaut Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, which it says could include recalling the military retiree to active duty for court-martial.
I'm not going to be intimidated.
In a fundraising email, Kelly called it political persecution.
Now, at least 2 congressional Republicans have come to the Democratic lawmakers' defense. On social media, Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski called the accusations of sedition reckless and the investigations into Senator Mark Kelly and others frivolous.
Okay. Why does this one guy look like a vampire from an 80s movie? Let me get him pulled up. Why is his ears like this? Like, his ears are like, I got big ass ears, but look at his ears. His ears keep his hat from coming down onto his head. Like, his ears are crazy, and they're elf ears on both sides. I don't know. This is very weird. It's very weird. This guy freaks me out. Anyways, Fed Boy is going after these guys for a nice little interview. Probably give them a promotion more than anything. Let me see. Dems speaking out against President Trump's statements of sedition. Karoline Leavitt saying that the video undermines Trump as the commander-in-chief. And in another video, they mentioned that Pete Hegseth has labeled this group of Dems the Seditious Six. We'll see if there's any consequences for their actions or if this is just more political theater. Next up, Campbell's soup exec called products food for poor people. Now, I don't think anybody thought canned food was for the wealthy. My concern is that he's saying he doesn't eat it because the meat is 3D printed. That's what I think is a big deal. They don't highlight that because this is News Nation doing this story. But it's not good. It's not good, I know that. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Fed boys going after the seditious six here. Ghostly, I've brought shame upon myself. That's what they should be saying. Russell is demoralizing. They're trying to turn the military against the president and it's treason. Yeah. There needs to be accountability for this. What are they going to do next time? They thought it was a good idea to make that video. You know, what's the next step? Guess I'm commander. I need you to cross the street and help your fellow soldier who's under fire. Soldier, I can't. It would be considered jaywalking and it's unlawful. Yeah, refusing orders. It's no good. Ghostly, dinos evolved into chickens and we dominate the chickens and make it into nuggets that shape the nuggets back into dinos just to show the chickens the shame the shame they bring to their family. Yeah, absolutely. Go said, I'm skipping Thanksgiving or I'd end up arrested. Family TDS is ramping into overdrive and all it takes is talk down me once to get these hands. Yeah. Dealing with people who think talking bad about President Trump is a way to get at you annoys the piss out of me. I hate that. People come in the chat all the time. They're like, yeah, well, Trump sucks. What the fuck does that got to do with me? Like, that doesn't hurt my feelings. But the fact that they think they can hurt my feelings using language like that is what pisses me off. Kevin, Campbell's soup makes you poop down your leg and into your boots. Is that how it works? Free the Texan Dracula. Yeah, he does look like Dracula. What's up, Kane? Happy freedom. Kevin, do you think she knows she's that ugly? Who are you talking about? She probably doesn't, though. Being ugly is like being crazy. You know, you never know that it's you. It's just how it goes. Kane, Mark Kelly looks like a shaved ball back. Yeah, he's rough looking. He looks like he should be protecting the bank in Harry Potter. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. Tiger Jaw National Guard press conference right now. Well, let me see. It's probably too late by the time I read it in the chat. Is Newsmax covering it?
The two National Guardsmen who were shot.
Yep. Okay, we'll listen to this for a little bit, and then we'll move forward.
We'll be following this story for you throughout the rest of the afternoon, but it appears they are currently in critical condition. There were some conflicting reports initially, but thank you for watching Newswire. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern for all the news. And
hold on, I'm gonna rewind this. I want to know what the hell she just said.
Analysis with my
investigation.
Can you explain how the suspect was apprehended?
Sure. So how the suspect was apprehended, as I said, the individual, the suspect came around the corner. He immediately started firing a firearm at the two National Guard members. So at that time, there were other National Guard members that were in the area. They heard the gunfire. They actually were able to intervene and to kind of hold down the suspect after he had been shot on the ground until law enforcement got there within moments.
And he was shot by a National Guardsman?
At this point, we're still investigating exactly who shot the individual. It's not clear at this time.
Were there DC policemen in the area?
We don't know what kind of weapon. There was D.C. police. It happened right in front of the Metro, although there is no indication that the perpetrator was on the Metro. So there's Metro Transit Police in the area, and obviously being on 17th Street by the White House, Uniformed Division of Secret Service were in the immediate area as well.
What kind of weapon the alleged perpetrator used?
We do not know at this time. It's still under investigation.
We're going to be able to take a couple more.
Has been able to question the suspect, or is his condition so severe that you haven't been able to have a conversation?
Sure. Again, so as I said, we're very preliminary in the investigation, so we're looking into all aspects of who the individual is, his connections. At this time, he's still in the hospital receiving treatment.
And I would just like, hang on, I would just like to add, the reason that this suspect is in custody is because of the bravery of the men and women of the National Guard who responded. Due to their extensive training to secure American lives today, there was not any further injury and any further shootings. We should highlight the fact that the men and women of law enforcement, the interagency, the Department of War, and the National Guard executed their training with great precision today and prevented an even greater tragedy from befalling us. These National Guardsmen are heroes, and we must pray for their safety and their speedy recovery. And as the Chief said, we are in the preliminary stages of this investigation. We will run down every single lead, every piece of evidence. This is the power of the U.S. government at its best at the state, local, and federal level. That is why this interagency group is standing behind us to assure America and the world that we will continue to keep D.C. safe. And thankfully, we have Metropolitan Police Department, the National Guardsmen, and federal agents, and the Department of Justice and the Attorney General willing to prosecute the mission to keep Americans safe. And President Trump has rightly stated that this heinous act will be investigated, and he has thanked the National Guards men and women and the men and women of law enforcement.
Thank you. Did the suspect say anything at the time? Why did the West Virginia governor say that they've been killed? Chief, was anyone else shot besides the two?
Have the families been notified?
Okay, that was FBI Director Kash Patel, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, and the D.C. Police Chief there informing us about the latest condition of the two individuals, the two National Guardsmen who were shot today in D.C. at around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be following this story for you throughout the rest of the afternoon, but it appears they are currently in critical condition. There were some conflicting reports initially, but thank you for watching Newswire. We'll be
Okay, so the two National Guard that was shot, they're in critical condition. They're not dead. How does that work? The one was dead for 2 hours before he was not dead. Hold on, I'm looking through X to see what people are saying. President Trump 30 seconds ago. The animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen, are we good? Yeah, we're good. The animal that shot 2 National Guardsmen, with both being critically wounded and now in 2 separate hospitals, is also severely wounded, but regardless will pay a very steep price. God bless our great National Guard and all of our military and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you. Okay, well, there's our little follow-up right there, live. Anyways, reading through the chat, and like I was saying, next up, we got Campbell's Soup and their 3D printed meat. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all of that. Ghostly, pretty sure you said bioengineered. That's completely different means they fuck with the genes of the livestock, bigger, more fatty, faster growing, probably worse for you than 3D printed stuff. He says both, Ghostly. He says it's bioengineered 3D printed meat. But we're going to cover it next. Russell, we got zombie National Guard, super soldiers now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People outside of America, they better chill out. Venezuela and all them, they better chill out. They don't want these problems. We had super soldiers before they started rising from the dead. Stoner, just print out thank you letters saying you made a donation to Palestine in their name. I don't know what that's a response to, but that's funny. That's funny. Shoulder care, Cash looks vagrant. What does that mean? I thought his eyes look a little less bulged out of his head this time. Hidu, happy frame to you. The violence is only going to get worse because there's no law and order in this country. Yeah. Only if you acknowledge the law do you get in trouble. Information Warlord, the Chinese have dirt on Mark Kelly. That's why he acts so weird. Well, hopefully they get it uncovered, but you never know with the way accountability never shows up. Shoulder care. Oh, homeless. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Cash is looking a little rough. Russell, arm the soldiers. Yeah, National Guard is state. I think they're unarmed, but I might be wrong. When they said that they were deployed, they were originally unarmed, but then they had rifles with no magazines, which is, I don't know what the point of that is. That's, to me, that's dumb. That's like carrying around a BB gun in case somebody pulls a real gun on you. Like that ain't gonna save you. That's not gonna save you. So hopefully they do arm them. There should be, I would expect some sort of next step coming up. If President Trump's making such a big deal about it, which it is a big deal, I expect some sort of change happening soon. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Burn Pile, for raiding us over on Twitch. Thank you so much. We'll do a quick raid. Thank you so much for the raid. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Thank you, Burn Pile. Stern gifted a sub. Wait a minute. Where are we getting gifted subs from? Stern gifted a sub. Thank you so much, Stern. Really appreciate you gifting subs over on Twitch. You're a badass. Thank you. What's up, Sherry? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Be the Best? Happy freedom to you. Has anybody ID'd the shooter yet? No, there is a picture of him being loaded into the ambulance over on Discord, as well as jeffmaclive.com. I posted it in the news board. Discord's free if you want to go check it out. I don't think they've provided a name yet, whether or not he has legal status, who he's connected to, any reasons why he did this, his motives and all of that. I haven't heard anything about that yet. What's up, Mr. Andrew? Happy freedom. What's up, Tar Kitty? What's up, DB? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. Can China hack the ISS and is using footage of him beating it in space as blackmail? I figured that's what it was. Ghostly. Sick of the violence going one way, even with Trump in the White House, nothing being done to stop it. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that feel that way. Totally cares, shaking cat syndrome. He was okay. I wasn't shaking him that bad. Information warlord, Klaus deserves a treat for that. He gets all the treats. He'll get himself a can of Fancy Feast as soon as we wrap this up. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, next up, Campbell's Soup executive called the products food for poor people, which, you know, I don't think that's really that breaking news. I think a lot of the stuff he said, except for the racist stuff about Indian people, I think everything but that is stuff that most people think. That canned food is not for the wealthy, that it's not that high quality, and that the meat in it is questionable. I have the biggest problem with him saying that it's bioengineered meat that's been 3D printed. That's where I have a problem with all this. Otherwise, you know, he shouldn't have said the racist stuff. I don't know. It's a little bit of a mess. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube, and let's get into this. Now, you got to pay extra if you want to actually be able to hear the video. Here we go.
We have shit for f***ing poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy f***ing products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the f*** in it.
Yeah, what you just heard right there is allegedly a Campbell's Soup executive going on a tirade about his company's food and the people who eat it. That secret recording, first obtained and reported by WDIV in Detroit, is now the center of a bombshell lawsuit. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer has more on what else was revealed in that recording. Brooke, that is hard to listen to, not only because I've eaten Campbell's all of my life, but you'd hate to think that an employee is talking about customers that way.
Absolutely, Nick. This explosive lawsuit now has that Campbell's exec on leave this morning after claims he made offensive comments about Indian workers and even trashed Campbell's own products and the people who buy them. It is all listed in this new lawsuit filed in Michigan. Former Campbell's cybersecurity analyst Robert Garza said he secretly recorded Campbell's VP Martin Bally during a routine salary meeting last November, which the employee claims turned into a 75-minute tirade. Court filings say the Campbell's executive said offensive comments about Indian employees, calling them idiots, called Campbell's products food for poor people, and claimed Campbell's uses bioengineered meat and chicken. Take a listen to parts of this alleged secret recording, first reported by WDIV in Michigan. A warning, you may find this offensive.
We have shit for f***ing poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy f***ing products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the f*** in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at me, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
The employee also claims he was retaliated against for reporting those comments to his superior in January and fired 20 days later. He's now suing Campbell's for monetary damages. And Nick, this has escalated beyond an HR issue. Florida's Attorney General has now opened a consumer protection investigation into the quality of Campbell's soups. Nick?
Brooke, with all of this happening right now in the spotlight, what is Campbell saying about all of this?
The soup company strongly pushing back on these allegations, saying that it had never heard the recording before it aired on that local news station in Michigan. They are now conducting an internal investigation. The company also said if the comments heard on that audio recording were in fact made by that executive, they are unacceptable. Such language does not reflect our values, adding the comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd. As for Robert Garza, the employee who filed that lawsuit, Campbell says he was fired for not disclosing the secret recording. His attorneys told us they look forward to obtaining justice. Nick?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download.
Okay. So, not the best of things said by the Campbell's executive. And you would think he would know what he's talking about, right? He's VP or something like that. So if he says it's bioengineered 3D printed meat, I'm inclined to believe him. You know, I'm just saying. And I like the Campbell's chunky, I don't know what it is. like the heavy man soups and stuff, and now it's like I thought I was eating cat and dog, but now it's 3D printer meat, and that's worse somehow. Anyways, the VP exec was secretly recorded while going on a tirade. He was recorded saying bad stuff about Indian employees. He was saying the canned food is for poor people, and then claims that the meat, which I spelled that wrong somehow, is bioengineered and 3D printed. Now there's a lawsuit and an investigation in the quality of Campbell's products. The person that recorded the tirade has been fired, but his attorney says they're looking for justice. I think outside of the comments, and I mentioned this earlier, other than the comments about Indian workers, most of what he said, I think most people think. Nobody really thinks that Campbell's is high quality food. Nobody thinks it was made for wealthy people. And nobody thinks that that's high quality meat in the products. But it does sound like a hostile work environment for that employee, which he was retaliated against. So it may give him leverage in this lawsuit, but that's just my opinion. Either way, next up we got police uncover a dark secret about a missing high school coach in Virginia. He's actually a pedophile, and I think he realized he was talking to the police instead of a minor, and he went on the run. Now, that's just my opinion. They don't tell you that. They just say this guy just randomly disappeared while they were going to get him for 5 counts of having inappropriate child content and then 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. I think he was talking to the police, found out, and split. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about eating Campbell's 3D printed bioengineered meat. Russell, dog is not too good for your information. I believe that. I believe cat and dog probably does not taste good at all. Snook, should I throw away my Campbell's chunky soup? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's new. It sounds like it's the same old Campbell's chunky soup you've been eating your whole life. It's just it's not cat or dog. It's 3D printed bioengineered tumor meat. I don't know. It's up to you. Ghostly, it's cheaper to make your own. Yeah, I bought tomato soup the other day and it was like $4.65 for the can. Like, it costs more than getting cheese and bread for the grilled cheese that I was dunking into the tomato soup. It's unreasonably expensive. What? Are you all discombobulated because we were unnaturally early today? We were earlier than we've been in like a year. Yes. And now you're all needy and stuff. Ugh. If you spoke English, I'd let you run the show. You could run it on the weekends or something. Oh, I just broke your little tower. There you go. All better. Anyways. Russell, Campbell's tomato soup and cream of mushroom is great. I'm not a big fan of cream of mushroom. What's up, Edward? Happy Freedom. Jack, I'd keep an eye on the exec. If he disappears, well, perhaps not all Campbell's meats will be 3D printed. Yeah, exactly. You're not just eating 3D printed meat, you're eating executive too. It tastes expensive. MU, eating many cans of Campbell's and I'm still alive, so yeah. Edward, soil it green. Yeah, that's most likely what it is. Kevin, Seagull noodle soup. Yeah, exactly. A little seagull goes a long way. Thank you so much, Information Warlord, for the $3 donations over on Rumble. You're a badass, Information Warlord. Thank you so much. It says, Happy Thanksgiving, Hooligans. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Information Warlord. Thank you. Tulicare was suspicious of the perfect little squares of meat. I know, I was too. Now we know. They're print bed quality. Tulicare, thank goodness tomato soup has no meat in it. Not that you know of. Hido, we'll find out as much about this guy as we did about the guy who shot Trump and Butler. Yeah, you're probably right. You are probably right. Kevin, I wish Pepper was fat. Boy cats normally get bigger than girl cats, it seems, in my experience. Yeah, you're fat, ain't you? Just a little bit? Yeah, it's okay. You can admit it. We all know. It's all right. It's not a secret. Yeah, we still love you. We still love you. He knows he's fat. It's not a secret. Ghostly, nothing as good as homemade soup to me, so I don't know. I don't have to worry about this one. I've never made homemade soup. I should do it now I got a slow cooker. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Find It, Fix It? Happy freedom to you. Thanks so much, Stern, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Stern. You guys are fantastic. Stern, good for cooking. Talking about cream of mushroom soup and all of that. Yeah. You guys could be making... You guys aren't even saying what you're making for Thanksgiving. I want to be inspired here. What are you guys making? I know you guys are going to be making casserole and all that kind of stuff. What's the other thing people use cream of mushroom soup for? Like green bean casserole? I'll eat some of that. Okay, Walt, read the label. I stopped eating chunky last year. I'll have to check it out. I'm sure I got a can up in the cabinet there. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom. Agent O, it's cat. I thought it was. I'm not sure now. Happy freedom to you, Agent O. Cheeky Chops, you're making thug sauce? Mm-hmm. Served her some last night. Hito, they're saying that the National Guard just died. The story is getting weird. They were dead for 2 hours, and then they weren't dead, and now they're dying again. The news needs to do better. SEO Monster, happy freedom. And Time Traveler, appreciate you joining us. In your secret account. Alright, moving forward here. Like I said, police uncover a dark secret about this missing high school coach in Virginia. He's a pedophile. It's probably not that big of a secret, honestly. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, about this horror podcast called EATI, which stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama, and each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case file. What you're hearing is a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive handheld camera experience. So if you love cosmic horror, the terrifying ambiguity of H.P. Lovecraft, and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. I'll drop this link really quick, and we're going to move forward about this high school coach that's a fugitive. Kevin, nobody's ever beaten Jesus' respawn time. You're right. You are right. What's up, Guardia? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, click that link. Go check out Alistair's podcast. It's fantastic. All right, like I said, we got this high school coach here that needs to be found ASAP. He is a fugitive and a pedophile at the same time, and something needs to be done about that. If YouTube would load this video. Okay. She looks a little high, but I don't think she is. She looks like she was hanging out with Hunter Biden. Either way, like I said, police uncover a dark secret about this missing high school coach in Virginia. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. Let's get into this.
Right now, law enforcement is searching for a Virginia high school football coach wanted on child pornography possession and other related charges. Virginia police say Travis Turner has been missing since last week. Before his disappearance, his football team was undefeated and headed towards a potential state championship. Mary Bell Gonzalez has the latest.
After a days-long search, Virginia State Police announced Union High School head football coach Travis Turner is wanted for 5 counts of possession of child pornography and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. Authorities have not released details about the allegations, but they say they learned the 46-year-old suspect was missing when they were headed to his home in Appalachia on Thursday, a western town of fewer than 2,000 people.
The investigation is ongoing and additional charges are pending.
Turner, who's also listed as a physical education teacher at Union High School, was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt and sweatpants, but police have not shared details about when or where he was last spotted. Authorities have used search and rescue teams, drones, and police dogs to locate him. He is now considered a fugitive.
If the charges they just put on him are true, then he needs to be brought to justice.
Wise County neighbor Paula Barker says she's known Turner since high school, but is no longer acquainted with him him on a personal level.
If he did do it, he needs to turn himself in for the sake of the victims and for his family.
The school district superintendent said Turner remains on leave and is not permitted on school property or to have any contact with students. In a statement, Turner's wife, via her attorney, said they are praying for his safe return and any allegation should be addressed through the proper legal process, not through speculation or rumor. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Okay. So I don't know why they say he's missing. They should say he's on the run. But they're not for some reason. Either way, they're saying this Virginia high school head football coach has been accused of being a pedo and that he's on the run. He's wanted for 5 counts of inappropriate child content, which that's not exactly how that's worded, but that's how I'm willing to make that phrase. 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. They say that there is more charges pending. They also said that he's been missing since last week. They realized it when they were heading to his house. He is now considered a fugitive. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm assuming that he realized he was talking to a cop, that he was messaging what he thought was a minor, and somewhere in the conversation he realized that he was about to get Chris Hansened, right? So they're saying they were on the way to his house when they realized that he was missing. So I'm thinking that happened, that he found out that he was getting busted somehow. I don't know if he was listening to the police scanner. Some people do that. Or if he realized in the chat that, he wasn't talking to a child like he thought he was, which is gross, and he fled. He ain't missing. Like, I highly doubt he's missing. And unless they find his body chopped up in the woods, I doubt he's missing. It sounds like he's on the run. Also, why they're calling him a fugitive. Hopefully they catch this guy because he needs to be held accountable. That's what he needs. He needs to be held accountable for sure. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. It is Lefties Losing It, and today it's titled, DEI Police Chief Doesn't Know Illegal Immigration is Illegal. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this Virginia coach being a pedo. And then they also have that woman in there, and I know she was just being a nice lady, but she did sound like a character from Squidbillies. I mean, just absolutely, I could not believe that voice there. You would never think that voice would come out of something that looks like that, but that was pretty entertaining as well. So hopping in the chat. 10-man Appalachians, yep, that's what it smelled like. Zero, they caught a pedo here last week that was on the run for 16 years. Holy, I don't know how people could live like that. I don't like the cop knocking on my door. I'm on day 9 or something like that, or worrying about my freedom. I couldn't imagine actually doing something wrong and then being on the run and looking over my shoulder for 16 years. Like, that person could have he could have got arrested, held accountable, and been getting out of prison already. But instead being on the run for 16 years. Like, that's, you can't even live your life when you're living like that, Russell, I think there's more to the story, but if true, he needs to be fried. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's definitely more to the story. You can tell by the way they're wording things. But hopefully we can get a follow-up on it and get a understanding of what actually happened. Ghostly, you know where that town is? Sir, I wonder if he was tipped off. Could be. Ghostly, good old boy, found out, and he's in the woods for sure. Deep in dem woods out there. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. 10-man bitch looking like Joe Biden's old lady. A little bit. She's a little washed out at the beginning there. Ghostly, I used to work out there. They have like 3 last names and 4 towns. Yeah. I look a little inbred out there. 10-man Appalachians are like Louisiana swamps. You go in, you may not come out. Yeah. Metamouth, have you heard anything more about what the cops showed up at your door? All I heard was that it's an officer from tribal police in a city that's 2 hours north of me. And he texted me, said to text him back. He gave me 2 different numbers to text or to call. I've texted and called both of them. He won't answer. He called me on Sunday. He texted me saying that he was taking a complaint and that he was going to call me after he filed the complaint. And then he never called me. I called him yesterday or the day before. He wouldn't answer. And now there's been nothing. It's been silent for the last 2 days. So I don't know what they want or anything, but the city that they're in, I haven't been to in almost 2 years. So I have no idea what these people want, but they didn't just pull my name out of thin air. So I really think my brother, who had a birthday 2 weeks ago, the week before that Monday when the police knocked on my door, I think he was out for his birthday. He's also on probation because he's a troublemaker. I think he got either in trouble or he was with someone that got in trouble, and he gave them my name instead of his. Because if he would have gave his name up, it's an automatic probation violation because you can't talk to police officers while you're on probation. So he gave my name up instead of his, and now they're looking for me instead of looking for him. And that's what I think it is. Now, the fact that there's no criminal warrants, there's no bench warrant, there's no felony bench warrant, tells me that he probably wasn't the one in trouble. He was probably with someone that got in trouble. They're probably trying to contact him for court to testify or something, and they can't because they think it's me. And so until the officer decides to answer the phone or respond to my text messages, I have to just wait and see if they're going to knock on my door again. But I have no idea what's going to happen at all. And I'm tired of being scared of getting arrested and looking over my shoulder every time I step out that front door. But that's the life I got to live until these officers decide to make contact. Now, I'd like to just let it go and not sweat it. But these people sent a sheriff and a state boy to my house. So it must be serious to some degree, but it must not be criminally serious because there's no warrants. So I don't know what the hell they want. Now, hopefully, because the officer knows he's made contact, his name is Sergeant Rodriguez. He's made contact with me. We've, kind of text back and forth, all that stuff. He sees that I'm trying to call him. So hopefully they won't send police to my house again because he knows that, I'm not hiding. We have phone numbers now. But I don't know. Until they answer the phone or give me a call, and leave a message, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Russell, I think Rita's wearing vagina pink today. We're going to cover it in a second, Russell. You can't guess early. Ten Man just finished making cheese sauce for baked mac. Break time. Sounds good, 10 Man. Baked mac and cheese sounds good. Slide Dog. I don't know why you're saying this, Slide Dog. I wasn't getting on you. And happy freedom to you. Hidu cops are stupid. They're being slimy, and I don't like that. If I was being secretive and being hard to reach and all that stuff, they'd think I was a criminal. So when I call them and they're being deceitful, it doesn't make me feel very good about the situation. Metalmod, last time I checked, coming into the country illegally was a felony. I'm not sure what it's classified as, but it's absolutely illegal. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. Slide Dog, I baked brownies in mine and plan to make chocolate chip pan cookies in the Ninja Cooker thing. I'm going to have to check that out. I've heard of them and I've looked them up before, but I need to put one on the wish list or something. Sounds good, Slide Dog. Jack, who do we pay to hear the soundtrack? Yeah, I gave you guys the audio for free. It's festivities this week. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom? Yeah, the Squidbillies. She sounds just like she's from the Squidbillies. Slide Dog, cops just asking questions. Well, I'm not against them asking questions, although if they're trying to get me to incriminate myself, I'm not really willing to do that. But if they need to know my brother's full name, the day he was born, and his possible location, I'd be willing to tell them that. I haven't talked to him in 15 years, but he's a criminal. He's currently on probation. Somebody has to know where he lives, And he's the only guy that I know that hangs out in that area. And those, like I said, those officers didn't get my name out of thin air. Somebody gave them my name. And the only beating heart I know that knows my full real name is him. Otherwise, I have no idea how they got my name. Ghostly, how does Indian cops have any authority? I don't know. But they did send sheriff and state police to my house. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't worry about it. Because I've never even been on Native American land other than the casino up there. And it's been 2 years since I've been there. So I highly doubt whatever they want has anything to do with me. Ghostly, yeah, I'm not thrilled about it, but I am cooperating. I'm trying to cooperate, I didn't do anything wrong. So otherwise I'd get an attorney. If I really thought they were going to get me, I'd get an attorney because I haven't done anything. You know, so I assume they just want some answers, and I'd help them if I could, but they got to answer the phone. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy Freedom. Trying to read about some of these Thanksgiving dishes you guys are making. Information Warlord, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 1 can of tuna, half a bag of rice, lots of salt. Thank me later. It sounds good. Barb, we're having cream corn casserole, meatballs, and turkey. That sounds good. MU, I don't care for their tomato soup, but Campbell's tomato juice. Yeah, I got a Campbell's soup thing a couple days ago. Like I was saying, I was making grilled cheese and tomato soup, and their tomato soup is watery. It has like no flavor. I don't know. Kevin, what does that say? Chicken frico? What is that? Never had a chicken frico. What's up, free as Z can be? Happy freedom to you. Star missing a run off. Yeah, it sounds like he ran off. Free as he could be supposedly seen carrying a rifle. They'll probably find him pasted to a tree somewhere. What are you talking about, free as they could be? Who was seen carrying a rifle? What's up, 2-Wit? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Michael? Happy freedom to you. Making a scallop corn and corn casserole. That sounds good. I haven't had corn in a long time. What's up, Techno? Happy freedom. To making ham bone split pea soup because I ate my ham already. Sounds good. Techno lawyer. Yeah, it depends on what they ask me. If they're asking me stuff that is like about a case or something, then I'm not answering anything. But if they need to figure out if I was in Manistee in the last 2 years, no, but they can ask my brother about it. I'm so flabbergasted by it that I actually called my dad. I don't normally talk to my parents at all. And everybody was pointing fingers. They're like, is your dad alive? Is your mom alive? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So I called my dad, and he's like, it sounds like your brother. I'm like, I know. He's like, I bet it was. I'm like, I bet it was too, because he's trying to get a hold of us and we won't talk to him because he's a bad person. Either way, like I said, getting into lefties losing it here. This is the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. This one's titled DEI Police Chief Doesn't Know That Illegal Immigration is Illegal. Now I'm going to get this pulled up. I'm going to give you guys a chance. What color do you think Rita is wearing today? Come on, GoofTube, load. You got to hear 2 seconds of her voice. What color is she wearing? Because, you know, those two things somehow coordinate. What color do you think it is? So next you have to add a can of milk to tomato soup. It said water. I don't know. I guess. Ghostly just made soup right now. It looks good. It looks real good. Dang, I think we got the same slow cooker. Styling. Russell, you're saying vagina pink. You'll have to tell me if you're right or not. We'll see. We'll see. I remember one time it was purple or something. I was like, yeah, purple. And then everybody was like, no, it's fraptoose or something. I don't know. Russell, Campbell's tomato soup. Add water instead of milk. Oh, see, that must be what I was doing wrong. Peyton, ranch jerky with dog. What does that mean? That doesn't sound good. Kevin saying green. Stoner saying 151 mu pink. Dang, I actually know what that is, Stoner. That's a good one. Out of all the colors, I actually know what that one is. Toilet carrot rust. I'm okay. Mr. B new happy freedom. Milk in the tomato soup. You guys should have told me when I was making grilled cheese last week. Jay Tyler saying she's in black. Information warlord. Hope she's naked. She's not. I'm sorry. She's not. She don't listen. Otherwise she'd be naked. Give the people what they want. So Watchman, happy freedom. Jay Tyler made chili. Sounds fantastic. Barb, yeah. It sounds like that's the way to go. Kevin saying green. Let me see. Kevin, maybe she's got a hooligan shirt on. She should. Mr. B new dunk of peanut butter and jelly and tomato soup for the win. That actually sounds good. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy Freedom. Watchman saying green. Peyton. Oh, typing with a Band-Aid? Yeah, I can't stand Band-Aids. Can't stand them. Stern saying she's in black. Freeze could be fugitive, seen carrying a rifle by someone. He may have gone into the woods with it to do himself in. Oh, you're talking about the Pedo coach? He was spotted carrying a rifle? Interesting. Thank you for letting me know. Monster saying pink. Two Wit saying purple. What's up, Kilgar? Happy Freedom. All right, Hooligans. Time for the reveal. Now, I'm not going to say what the color is because you guys always say I'm wrong. Zero saying blue. She's in this color today. I don't think it's vagina pink. Not unless your vagina's sick. But I don't know. Like I said, it's whatever color that is. All of you guys were right. You guys were right. Now hit that like button and let's get this rolling.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. And we're going to start in the gutter tonight, folks. We're going to hear from the most reprehensible trolls on the internet, the profoundly delusional and nasty harridans, Joy Reid and Jennifer Welch, and some other dim Karen who's there also. What you're about to hear is the unhinged musings of irredeemably awful people, and I don't say that lightly. Listen and take note of just how low and ugly their comments are about JD Vance and Usha Vance. It's not just ugly, it's utterly divorced from reality.
They can't have the successor to MAGA be the guy with the brown Hindu wife. They're also Christian nationalists. That ain't gonna work. That's why he's throwing his wife under the bus, poor Usha, or she's in on it, right?
And she's playing slap and tickle with Erica Kirk's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, she's like in her Tammy Faye era.
Okay, holding on the back of his head and rubbing on his head.
Some weird shit.
Baby, don't do that to Jason. I'm gonna start thinking something's going on. Why are you holding the back of his head? I'm like, you're not doing that right thing. You're supposed to be a widow. You in leather pants?
Yeah,
that's not widow wear.
Could you imagine if?
Wouldn't it be the most perfect fairy tale, MAGA fairy tale?
Yeah.
If he finally sees the light that he needs a white queen instead of this brown Hindu.
White queen instead of the brown Hindu. I told you they're vile, racist and vile. That's what happens when you exist in a toxic echo chamber and have never mixed with someone who is MAGA or Republican. As for the slander of Erica Kirk, I'm sorry, but where does it say that a widow is obliged to be ugly and dowdy? We're now trying to shame a grieving widow for being too pretty? Is that what's happening here? And let's talk about that supposedly inappropriate hug between Erica Kirk and JD Vance. Let me play you the whole thing in full. It only lasts a few seconds. You tell me if this is scandalous. That was it. That was the hug. And Erica Kirk has since explained she was beginning to cry as JD Vance approached her. He told her Charlie would be so proud of her, and she hugged him and said, "God bless you." Whole thing lasted about 4 seconds. Let's get back to the vile race baiters, Joy Reid and Jennifer Welch and the other one. All they do is project and accuse their political opponents of what they themselves are guilty of.
Vance has a problem in that the base of MAGA is fundamentally racist. Yep. And I know people don't like it when you say it, but it's the emergence from the Tea Party to MAGA.
Yeah.
Tea Party, when you finally did the actual data, PRRI and others, the thing that most motivated them was race and hatred of non-white immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
What most motivates MAGA? Hatred of non-white immigrants. Yeah. They're obsessed with non-white immigrants and undocumented people. They use the term illegals, which is just the N-word for brown people.
100%.
If you want to say the N-word and it's about brown people, you say illegals. I'm sorry I said it again. That is me saying the N-word about that is what it is, right? And that's what motivates them.
So the word illegal, a correct, accurate term, a legal term, is now akin to using the N-word. Just genius stuff there. And to round up this lunacy, Joy Reid claims that Trump supporters will commit jihad for the president.
The fear is that if you don't obey him, His cult will try to kill you. People wanted to vote to impeach, but they were afraid that they'd be assassinated by Trump supporters because MAGA supporters are armed to the teeth.
Right.
They are rabid in their support of him, and it's a religion.
Yeah,
and so they will commit jihad for Trump.
Yeah, it's the right that is committing acts of political violence. These people exist in a parallel universe. Now let's hear from a woman who seems to be admitting to breaking the law by being blatantly racist, charging white people more for the same service for just being white. And she's supposed to be an attorney.
I love to overcharge white people and organizations and do pro bono work for black orgs. And that's just me being very blunt. I will give them ridiculous rates, and then I'll have like a nonprofit or a black org or somebody doing some work, and they'll be like, I've only got this much money. And I'm like, keep it. A white person just cut me a check. Let's do this for free.
Charm.
Just a moment. I want to give you a huge shout out to Obnoxious Scott. Thank you so much for gifting 20 subs over on Rumble. You are such a badass. Thank you so much for the support. Look how close we are to 100 hooligans now. Thank you so much, Obnoxious Scott.
But it appears that she only discriminates against white people while at work, because in her personal life, she has chosen to be married to just about the whitest man in America.
I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me?
I love you!
Now to New Orleans, the most dangerous city in America. And let's hear from the police superintendent there, Ann Kirkpatrick, who is clearly some sort of DEI hire because she doesn't even understand the law she's supposed to uphold. Here she claims that being in the country illegally is just a civil matter.
We have taken back our own ownership of our agency. To be in the country undocumented is civil issue. We will not enforce civil law.
Now, we may mock the leftist media endlessly in this segment, but rest assured they are not just worthy of mockery, but of condemnation. Look what they have done to this poor kid who is terrified that his family will be snatched off the streets and deported, despite the fact that they are citizens. This is what fake news can do.
I'm scared for my parents to walk out their house because I might not be able to say goodbye to them if they go to work. I'm scared that everyone that I love I'm not going to be able to see them again because even though that they're U.S. citizens, they don't care about us. They treat us like dogs. They treat us like animals. I should not live like this as a 16-year-old. I shouldn't be scared. I should be focusing on school, and I can't even focus on school.
Joining me now is the president of the Center of...
Okay. Well, that's lefties losing their marbles there. I got to turn the volume down a little bit. Every video today was super quiet. There we go. That is the last little bit of the news, but we're going to get into the fun stuff here in just a moment. Let me see. We were buffering for a second there. Are we still buffering? Hold on, something weird's happening. Come on, recover. What the fuck? What is happening? Just a second. Let me type in the chat. I wonder if it's the weather. Okay, I think we're recovering. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me and hear me. We're going to read through really quick, see if you guys can see me and hear me. I don't think we lost the live. We should still be good. That's one of the benefits of having Rumble Studio is it stays up. So even if the software crashes, I could even stop and reset the software without losing the live. So I think we're good. It could be the weather. We're supposed to be getting severe weather or winter storm here in Michigan for like the next 48 hours. We're in a warning. They've been telling us that we have like a medium potential that we're going to lose power and stuff. I never lose power. I've lived here almost 9 years or something. I've only lost power like 2 or 3 times. So We'll see. Let me make sure everybody can see me and hear me, and we'll go ahead and move forward. We were buffering for a second. The bandwidth dropped down to small numbers, but it seems that things have stabilized. What is your name? Copernica? Happy freedom to you. Oh no, it was us buffering, but I think it was the weather. Generally, we don't have those kind of problems. Not anymore. Metalmouth, are you getting the 50+ mile-an-hour winds that we got yesterday here in Omaha? They said it's supposed to be 40 miles or something like that, but I haven't checked the weather in a couple hours. You never know. Once everything comes across the lake, you know, everything changes. Jay Tyler, is windy as shit out? Yeah, it's the... Oh, it's actually happening again. What is happening? It's got to be the weather. Come on, man. Made it all the way to the end of the line. Ghostly audio is good, videos janky. Yeah, the bandwidth is jumping around. We were good, but now it's dropping again. Well, at least we made it near the end. I would like to get through the funny videos, though. Let me see. I just jump back. Just a moment. Let me see what I can figure out. Nothing, no solutions. Well, it's stabilized again. It's got to be the wind blowing outside. It's messing everything up. Let's try and get through these funny videos really quick, and then, of course, we're going to be rating out. I want to make sure we get the fun stuff in, and we're stable right now. So let me see where are we at here. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar, provided by Tori Wayne, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Obnoxious Scott, and it's titled Bigfoot Reaper. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner and is titled Infinite Money Glitch. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the brand new Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Today is day 2. I'm keeping an eye on that bandwidth. We should be good. If you see people in the chat saying they're having problems, tell them to refresh. They might have to, but right now it looks like we're good. So we're going to keep moving forward. Today is day 2. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys this. Let me see. Right here. This, look how small it is. This little one. I mean, that's average. It's not small. That's average. What are you talking about? Anyways, what did we get? What did we get today? How am I supposed to get my fingers in this little box? That's what I told her. Come on. Oh, so sweet. Hold on a second. Let me show you hooliganders. Got a Nuka-Cola pin. Look how fucking sweet that is. So cool. I love Fallout so much. It's my favorite of everything. Nuka-Cola. So sweet. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. All right, let's get into these funny videos before the internet decides to drop out again. This first one was provided by Obnoxious Scott. Now give me a second here, because it's on the Book of Faces. Okay, here we go. We're going to try and get into this. Like I said, it was provided by Obnoxious Scott. It's titled Bigfoot Reaper.
Jerry dared me to eat this Carolina Reaper pepper, and I told him this was going to be a piece of cake.
Pray for my butthole, chat.
Jerry dared me to.
That's really how it goes. That's exactly what I felt like the second time I ate that Reaper there. Anyways, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Stoner. Load. Let's see. Getting through. Bandwidth is still good. We dropped out a little bit through that video, but hopefully you guys were able to see it. Like I said, this was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Infinite Money Glitch.
Bro, gambling in 2025 is crazy. I just bet that Israel would bomb Lebanon, and now I'm up $400. Bro, just bet on Israel bombing people. Like, you literally can't lose. Like, it's free money.
He said you can't lose. Got that infinite money glitch. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this link really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. And we're raiding out over on Rumble. Total Care, Fear the Reaper. That's right. What, Klaus Daniels? It ain't even Fancy Feast time. You got 2 hours and 10 minutes till it's Fancy Feast time. Go lay your butt down. Look at him. Look at him scooch his body back, built like a jelly bean. Anyways, there's the link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate all of you hooligans. All of your contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Man, the live is dropping out again. This is so rough. The other thing that's rough about this is we have to do the premium live stream in the next 3 days. We have to do 5 hours of premium live streaming over on Rumble. I know you guys aren't even able to see this on the live, but watching the playback, you'll be able to see this part. Anyways, we got to do 5 hours of premium live streaming on Rumble. Normally we play the game. That way you guys aren't missing anything too crazy. We're going to do a couple hours today, and I think we're going to do a couple hours tomorrow, and that's the plan. I wish the live wasn't dropping out right now. It's fucking everything up. Either way, let me read through the chat really quick and see if we can get things to stabilize so we can do the Pledge of Allegiance and then raid out. I think we're stable. Let me see. What's up, Marsh? Happy Freedom. Peyton, what do you want for Christmas? Put it on the Amazon wish list. Peyton, I will add to the wish list. Thank you for reminding me. You hooligans, now that you can see me and hear me, hopefully you can. It seems things have stabilized. I'm going to add stuff to the wish list. If you guys would like to send me stuff, me or Klaus, for Christmas, anything I get between now and Christmas Day, I'm going to hang on to it, and we're going to have a Christmas unboxing like we do every year. It's always a lot of fun, so I will add things to the Amazon wish list, but like I just said, unless I am specifically instructed otherwise, everything I receive between now and Christmas, I'm going to hold on to it. And like I said, we're going to have that Christmas unboxing. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Gives us something to do for Christmas, so definitely consider that. And thank you so much, Peyton, for bringing it up. Like I said, we're going to try and read through really quick. I don't want to take too much time because my internet's all over the place, and at any moment we could lose power. God only knows. So I'm going to read through really quick. We got the pledge coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Ghostly, do you only stream the premium to Rumble or also the website? I can't stream it to the website right now at this point because we don't have our own independent player. So when we go premium on Rumble, it's exclusive. It's like a pay-per-view. If you're an official hooligan on Rumble, you're able to watch. If you have Rumble Premium, you're able to watch. Having Rumble Premium does not help me at all, but it does give you access to all premium lives. Being an official hooligan will also give you access to the Rumble Premiums. But as soon as we can get our own independent player on the website, which requires an RTMP server that I have to build and I have to learn how to program, and I've never done any server or anything, so it's a big hill for me to climb. But as soon as we can do that and I have an extra $40 a month to pay for the server, we'll have our own independent player and we'll be able to do the premium lives on the website as well as Rumble Premium. Now, that's not something we're supposed to be able to do, but it is private on the website, so I don't think we're necessarily breaking contracts. And then we can promote the website anytime we have to do premium live streams through Rumble. But that's the plan. That's the way it is right now. That's why we're playing the game. It's because that way you guys don't have to feel like you have to get premium in order to watch us for our 5 hours of the premium live stream, because you're not missing out on much. We're just playing the game and stuff. But either way, that's the deal. We're reading through really quick. We got the pledge coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Russell, don't move. Everything will be stable. I wish it was like that, but it's not me. It's the wind blowing outside. Peyton, the headset. Yeah, I think the headset. Thank you, Peyton. Reading through. Metalmouth, keep neurodivergent in your prayers. He messed up his left eye a few days ago and his swelling is slowly going down. Thank you for letting me know, Metalmouth. That's crazy. We will absolutely pray for him. I'm hoping for a speedy recovery. Stoner, servers like pills. You're not wrong. I've worked at so many restaurants. Servers love pills. That's how they do their job, I guess. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom. It's a Spirit Matter. Happy Freedom to you. It's a Bobby Johnson. Happy Freedom and happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, hooligans, let's do the pledge before the internet drops again. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing and we didn't lose the internet. It is time to raid out over on Rumble. Now let's see who we're going to raid today. Let me see. Zero, none let's see, Handy and none so far this week. Thank you for reminding me, Zero. Who's live? Grimm's live. Misfits live. Desiree is live. Let's raid Grimm. What's he doing? Deadlight Collective 2. I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Let's raid the Grimm. He's a good hooligan and he deserves it. Don't forget, hit that like button as soon as you land, you hooligans.
Yeah. That's great. What a good mashup.
Close. We must be close.
Did you both
see it too? Kind of wish I hadn't.
Jeff Mack, everybody welcome the Raiders in. Welcome in. Come. Just bring it, hooligans. Hello. Thank you, Monira. Welcome in, everybody. Hello. Spectre, yes, Sirskis. Hello, Jeff. Happy Freedom and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, Jag. What is up, Turbo? Playa, please. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Jeff Mack, thank you so much for the raid. We are here with Zwogs, Mrs. Mam, and Moon. We are here doing our horror game playthrough where we decide if these guys live or die in this game. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for the follow. Hooligan, hey, I'm a hooligan too. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Too old to care. Good to see you again. Sly Dog, welcome in. Hello, Watchman Arise. Welcome. Stoner with a boner. Baby, Russell, hello, Barb. Welcome in, everybody.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Welcome in. We are here in a horror movie. What is that thing? Look at this. Oh my God. What is that thing? Oh, what is that? Hang on.
Look what they did to my bottle.
What is that? What is that thing?
Repeat that whole bottle.
Is that Silas?
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. You're just going to have to go see what Grimm's doing if you want to see whatever's on the screen. I can't show scary stuff because Twitch and YouTube is soft. So soft. So can't show the scary stuff or else I'll get in trouble. You're going to have to just go check out Grimm. Grimm's a badass, and like you heard, he is a hooligan. He's official. He's official over there. You guys did fantastic. Good raid. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Is tomorrow Thanksgiving? Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So tomorrow, I have no intentions of covering the news. If an RV explodes or something crazy like that, then we'll go ahead and cover it. Otherwise, we are going to be live, but we're going to cover funny videos. We're going to make it a time. I'm not going to be eating on the live, but I probably will be cooking food and stuff. Maybe not on the live, but either way, tomorrow we're going to make Thanksgiving fun. And like I said, if chaos is out in the streets, then we'll go ahead and cover it. Otherwise, don't expect news tomorrow. We're going to make tomorrow fun. Also, like I was trying to say when the internet was dropping out, we have 5 hours of premium live streaming we have to do. So probably going to be playing the game a little bit later today. And then tomorrow, most likely, we'll be playing the game as well. So we'll be doing that. If you see us live with a premium live stream, don't worry and don't stress. You're not missing anything important. We're just having fun playing the game. Got to get those 5 hours in for the Creamium Procreator program. I'm dyslexic even with my thoughts. So anyways, that's what we're doing. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping her up. Ghostly, catch you on the flippity flip. Appreciate you being here, Ghostly. 10 Man back to cooking. Very nice. You're going to have to post some pictures, 10 Man. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Zero. Appreciate you being with us today. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Watchmen. Thank you for stopping in. Too Old to Care. Have a blessed Thanksgiving, everyone. You too, Too Old to Care. Thank you. What's up, Jesus people? Happy freedom and happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you, MU. Thank you, Jagula. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you being with us today. Thank you, Rappy. Thank you, Neurodivergent. Appreciate you being with us. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom. Thank you for stopping in. Meta, you're late today. I know we were a little bit early today, but happy freedom to you. I'm glad you were able to stop in. All right, looks like we are good to go. I think. Is my chat frozen on the goof tube? What is happening here? There I is. Oh, we're good. There we go. It reset. Oh, much love to you, Zero. Thank you, MU. You're the best. Have a happy Thanksgiving, you too, Rappy. Like I said, we're going to be live tomorrow, so you guys stop in while you're eating and all of that. We're going to make it fun. I'm going to figure out when we're gaming. I'm going to eat some roast beef sandwiches that I made, and then I'm going to find funny videos. I'm going to try and find more funny videos than we're able to even watch tomorrow. That's the plan. Well, I appreciate you, Meta. I'm thankful for all of you hooligans. Patriot Dad, happy freedom. We started a little bit early. I appreciate you stopping in, Patriot Dad. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, but we're doing Thanksgiving festivities, so unless something crazy happens, we're not going to be covering the news, but we are going to have fun. And like I said, if you see a premium live stream today or tomorrow, we're playing the game. Got to do it. It's the requirements for the creator program. It is what it is. Don't get mad at me. If you become an official hooligan over on Rumble, you'll be helping us get towards the Scorpion Jerky. We need 100 hooligans on Rumble. You'll also be able to watch the premium live stream. So that's a thing too if you would like to consider doing that. Either way, have a fantastic night. Eat some good food. Cook some good food since tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Have fun, but be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same. And like I said, make your way back to us tomorrow. 3 p.m. Eastern time for the Thanksgiving special. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Like I said, go enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.